Hi guys, gosh, it's been forever. I hope you can see me. So, this video is obviously gonna be for everybody, but my message is directed specifically to the healthcare workers. You know, especially, intake people, the initial people you see, doctors, nurses, therapists, caseworkers, social workers, students, psychology, psychiatry, okay? I'm talking to you. Today, I went to my psychiatrist's appointment, and I was looking forward to this because I needed desperately to discuss this depression I've been experiencing. I have experienced, you know, mild to moderate depression in the past. There was that bizarre up and down roller coaster ride I was taking for a while, and or I would have a few days or a couple weeks, mild to moderate, just enough to be annoying, okay? But for over a month straight, I have had moderate to severe depression. I've not had this level of depression in years. And every 10 days, say, I'd get a day where I might feel a little bit better, a little bit ease up on it. So I think, okay, maybe I'm coming out of, well, the next day I just feel the same. So it just wasn't happening. It just felt like this depression was pulling up a chair and sitting down, having a seat, planning to stay a while. And each day it was getting worse. I was no longer able to be doing things like taking walks and yoga, journaling, things like that, doing videos. The videos you've seen that I've done since the Black Cloud have been recorded previously. So, I go in to discuss my signs and symptoms. And yes, I'm looking at notes because I need them now. And she asked me the key questions. Where are you getting out of bed? And getting dressed? Okay. So, yes, I am dragging my ass out of the bed, plopping my body into the water, and getting wet, and donning clean, wrinkle-free clothing. This does not mean that my depression is not significant. Not everyone has the same signs and symptoms that mark their depression as significant. It is the same as individual as asking someone, okay, for you, what is quality of life? What is that one thing that if you cannot do, you will no longer be having quality of life? Because I have the ability to drag my ass out of bed, get wet, and put clean clothes on, forget the part that I'm sobbing through the entire process, okay? Asking myself, what's the point? Okay, the days where I managed to get in the tub and I'm in the tub for an hour because I catch myself staring at the ceiling blank. And I have to reorient and look around and see soap in my hand. Oh, I was washing, maybe. Then I get to the toothpaste, you know, and then wake up staring, not wake up, but, you know, there's nothing going on there, you know, and see the toothbrush in my hand, okay, finish brushing my teeth. You know, forget that I know if I don't, my mom will be worried. Forget that. It has been ingrained in me. It has been my mantra for years. The first thing you do when you wake up and your brain says stay in bed, the first thing you do is you get your ass in the shower. Okay? Yes, I'm angry because she asked me that. This is the second time she's done that. And right there in the office, I was anticipating it. And when it came out of her mouth, I started hysterically sobbing. And I told her, I said, not everyone has the same things that say they're in pain or that something is severe. Just because of most days I can drag myself through that. You know, forget that I go right back to the bed to sit in front of the TV blankly. Okay? So, get that through your skulls. Not everyone has the same markers that say, oh no, this depression is significant. I have two kinds of depression, and when I'm in a depressed episode, it alternates. I might spend a few days in one and then a few days in another, or I might start the day out like, this is not unusual for me to start the day out with that apathetic, lethargic, flat, slow, heavy, blank, almost catatonic shuffle. And then by evening loosen up. It's almost like someone with Parkinson's. I start to be able to move. My mind starts to work. But all I'm thinking is negative, pessimistic, nihilistic thoughts. It's still depression. It's the same level of depression. And yeah, I can move, but all I can do is wring my hands and sob. And I just alternate between those. I might have a week of where I can barely move. My body's very heavy. The fork's too heavy to lift to my mouth. And then I'll have 3 days where I just am wiping tears from my eyes all day. And I'm fighting and fighting the negative. This close to the hospitalization. She even asked me, and I said, no, I'm not there, but I'm close, because I'm still living with my mom. I still feel safe. I might not have said that if I were living on my own, which I will be soon. So, we're going to take a risk. It's been years since I tried an antidepressant. And we're going to put in a very low dose of Zoloft, and I'm going to see her again in a week. And I hope that my message got through to her. That just because, see, when I was 15 and I attempted suicide, and my intention was to die. I just was too naive, too young to know how to do it right. I was getting straight A's, getting up every day, getting clean, getting dressed, putting makeup on. Everybody was shocked. But I cried all the time. I hid it as much as I could, but I cried all the time, and I was in pain for months. And I never told anyone. And here I go to tell someone, and they're like, well, are you getting up out of bed and washing